Okay, hello guys, it's High Priestess Jamila. I gotta talk to y'all about a spiritual phenomenon that I have noticed that has been happening. So, um, guys, you have to excuse me. It's so many different things that want to feed off of my throat chakra. It is ridiculous. I feel like somebody with possible thyroid issues has been pulling on my throat chakra, but who knows? Could be for various reasons. So, what exactly is demon time? What is that? What is demon time? Demon time is when there is a specific child of God that is being stalked. That's what demon time is. Um, but that's not the only time you can experience or witness demon time. I have, you know what? I sort of have went through this like it was sort of traumatizing at first when I experienced demon time. And that's just when the demons are out. The demons are roaming. They're roaming, they're traveling. Demon time. We've been in demon time for the past 3 months. It's been absolutely ridiculous. Um, I try not to discuss certain things over here on this channel, certain issues. I try not to discuss that because it's very upsetting and triggering for some people. So I try to leave that alone. But I want to remind y'all of a demon time that took place for what, several months? Uh, right before Gabriel Fernandez was murdered by his stepfather. So, demon time is when the demons, or when a demon, or when someone has made a demonic contract. Demon times is when those demons are ready to feed. That's what demon time is, and it feels like some of the symptoms of demon time is everybody acting weird. Just all of a sudden, everybody just seems to start acting strange. And you sit there and you wonder, has this person been cloned? That's like a number one sign. People saying things to you that are totally not true, people lying on you, people scamming. During demon time, everybody around you can become possessed. I wonder if how many of you empaths have experienced that. And this is why sometimes we just choose to be alone, because it seems like when during demon time, it just impacts everybody in your life, except for your kids. But I've noticed that it can affect them too sometimes. It's when it seems like you're having bad luck. But in reality, you're having actually very good luck, because if those demons could do what they really wanted to do, you'd be dead. Hey, Shireen. Hey, good afternoon. Yes, it is. It's a very scary situation. For some reason, I always seem to have these weird throat symptoms during demon time. Maybe it's because I start to have to talk more. And I think that next time, what I'm going to do during demon time is to talk less and take more action, because it would indicate something definitely going on. Um, Sometimes during demon time, it can get quite disparaging, very sad, very sad. I feel like the demons are leaving though. I feel like they're gonna get tired. Been getting demonically attacked for the past 3 months. Yes, I'm telling y'all. You know what what you have to do with those is the banishings, the exorcism incantations is what I would do, and I would follow up with a candle. During demon time, all kinds of stuff can happen. Like, for example, it was the weirdest thing. I ordered a pizza from Pizza Hut. I called customer service. It sounded like a demonic woman on the phone. Okay. I haven't gotten my money back. It's so weird. I've never, ever, ever went through that. And they didn't even try to replace the order. They didn't even try to replace it. That's what's so weird about it. That's why I'll never order from Pizza Hut again, because something is up with that. It might be a demonic owner or something that doesn't like my kind, for real. It's interesting because I feel that my spirits will stalk people too. It's, for me, the way that I took a lot of the stuff. I mean, at the time when I was going through it, at the time that I was going through this, and you know what? It happens over and over again. Like, you don't have to be doing anything. You can be at your job, minding your own business, and people around you will start acting strange. That it just, and everybody at the same time will just start acting strange towards each other. Um, I've noticed the past 3 months that they've been snatching energy and souls. They've been snatching people's energy and their souls. You know, I think that when you have fatigue and it's spiritually related, I believe that that is the process of your. Think that it takes a good. It probably takes a good maybe 6 months to a year. You got to think, to take somebody's soul, this is not going to take 2 seconds. This is not going to take 2 seconds. This is going to take a while. And a person that doesn't know what the hell is going on is not going to have any idea. They're just going to think that they're tired. But no, it's actually a demon sucking you dry. Now, if you've been, like me, I've been at spiritual war for the past week. Um, Hardcore heavy. So if you've been through that, then you're just tired. But if you're just tired all the time, depressed, angry, moody, those are signs that something else could be walking in to your body. And for me, I'm very, very careful with people. I think that there are some people that don't have they have limited spiritual protection. Yeah, Pooh Bear, energy vampirism, but it goes a little bit deeper sometimes than that, because Vampires, when you think about it, they're not necessarily trying to take your soul, but energy vampires, yes, they will drain you. And yes, it is dangerous to your health. It is. If you know somebody is sucking energy, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be talking to people that are doing that. Now, unless you're a spiritualist, if you're a spiritualist, there's a lot of things that you're going to find yourself being able to do. But it's some people that's just like, I hate to go to movie references, but y'all know the Annabelle doll. That's just like somebody inexperienced trying to deal with the Annabelle doll, or move her away from the sacred space that she's been placed in so that she won't hurt anybody. Okay. Um, that's a way of looking at it though, when it comes to that. And you know what? If you feel that I'm stalking you, that means you need to open up your third eye. That means that you have been chosen. That's what that means. Many people want to avoid spirit. Trust me, I avoided for 30 something years. Even when I was practicing witchcraft previously, I still was avoiding spirit. I had not connected to spirit yet. The way that you're going to connect through spirit is crown chakra, third eye. You've got to open up your third eye. My spirits probably are calling you to duty. They need people. I've been asking for people. The reason why my spirits have been asking for people is because we've got to have more people telling the truth. And I know it's very scary to tell the truth. I know it is, because when you start speaking truth, people start getting scared. Now, I feel that what spirit is going to do, and this is not what they're telling me, but this is just what I've noticed. I've noticed that if you don't start opening your third eye, what's going to start happening is that first of all, it just gets worse. So it's best to go ahead and just expand yourself. More than likely, if people are watching me, okay, that means that spirit has a message for you. That is what that means. And of course, when you have knowledge for someone, people look at knowledge as evil. And during demon time, this is when people are more subject to waking up. So these demons are sort of allowed. They're allowed to kind of go out there and wake people up. You know what I'm saying? Some of the demons though are taking advantage and tricking people. The last 3 months within itself has been a time period when people were supposed to be, manifesting heavily. The world having financial issues right now, that ain't supposed to be happening. People that are having financial problems, that ain't supposed to be happening to you. It's not, you know. It's, and then also I think that my spirits, they probably want you to be less evil. So my spirits will mess with people at all hours of the night. They will keep you up all night because they probably have a message for you. My spirits are really harsh. They are really harsh. And I think the reason why they're so harsh is because it's an emergency. It's literally an emergency. And there's so much that people that I'm supposed to train. So that's why in September, spirits want me to start a class because they need for people to start becoming educated about this stuff so that you'll learn how to protect yourself. A lot of times when I've taken you up under my wing and you may have had certain issues, the first person that you want to blame is me. When in reality, it's your journey. It's your individual journey. I think that my spirits help people deal with what is really going on in this world. For example, instead of you seeing somebody through rose colored glasses, you're going to see them for who they are. But you're going to have to see people for who they are. I see people as energy. That's, before I even see your face, I see your energy and your spirits. And so do my spirits. Like, for example, when people contact me to get readings or work, my spirits have already saw you. It doesn't matter if you got that trickster spirit on you. A trickster spirit that's something that you end up laughing at. You don't really take that spirit too seriously, but during this demonic time, you want to make sure that you are knowing your enemy. Because if you don't know who your enemy is, because many people are not following their intuition. Because if you were actually following your intuition, I would see people making very different decisions than what they're doing. That's how I know that there's a lot of people that are not thinking, and that there's a lot of people. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's the big kicker. During demon time, many, many people will be possessed. They'll be under possession. I know that for me, I found myself under possession probably maybe 10%. And it's just enough for me to know, and I'll get rid of it. I'll banish the spirit, but then everybody else will be possessed. It seemed like not everybody else. And these demons literally will take over your mind, body, and spirit. And they will make people sick. These demons, they will. And so many people are not paying attention during demon time. For example, when little Gabriel Fernandez was murdered, nobody was paying attention. Everybody saw this little boy covered in bruises. Everybody knew that he was being abused, but nobody did anything. And see, this reminds me, but I've never been through the horrific abuse that little baby suffered from. I've never been through that, and neither have my children, but spiritually we have. So when you think about the spiritual wounds of what these demons can do. And by the way, if somebody is trying to help you during demon time and you're just acting a fool and not paying attention, my spirits are going to ride you even harder. Yeah. Yeah, Shireen, I am the same way. Also, some of the people that you used to know, you're going to have to say deuces to them, especially when it comes to friends. If it's not family, it don't matter. I hate to tell y'all that, but it doesn't matter because you friends are not related. So they don't share a bloodline with you. So technically you are not responsible for them. Okay. You're not necessarily responsible for them. If friends are stalking you, if you've got a friend and they're clearly demonically possessed, clearly, um, you can choose to get involved or not, just like with family. But I think that if you, um, I think that I think that if you, no, the worst part about it is when kids get hurt. Is the worst part about it. And so I've seen the whole world damn near turn upside down. When you are a seer, this is what you can see. When you a seer, everybody else will be wrapped up in whatever the demon wants them to be wrapped up in. But I can tell you that as an empath, a seer, a psychic, it's very scary. I've been through it before many times. I've seen so many demonic takeovers. And there are some people that do have an intuition of it, but you're way off. You're way off. I think during that time, they are snatching up kids. They are. This is what's so sad. And I've noticed that I've had to keep certain candles going because the demon does not want y'all to trust me. Like if you're watching me on YouTube, I'm sure that thing has been in your ear for the past 3 months or less, and it's been trying to make you distrust me, but yet you can't look away. So that's a sign that perhaps you have a problem right now. And your problem is not with me, but I'm the solution to your problem. But many people don't want to accept that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And you know what? Previously, you may not have even noticed it. I've been noticing it since I was a little kid. The first few times that I experienced it, or the first few times that I've experienced it, it was scary as hell because everybody that you know pretty much turns into a zombie. It's just like they're not even there, like their soul is gone. Now you can do soul retrieval, like I told y'all, and I don't. They're still trying to do stuff with my throat. If you notice that spirit is telling people, like these evil spirits is telling people not to trust me, and it's funny how at the same time my throat. So I deal with a lot as a spiritualist, being one of the few that can see all of this. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. And yeah, spirit is angry because people keep ignoring and ignoring and ignoring what's really going on. People keep ignoring what's going on. People want to pretend that it's not there. They want to pretend that spirituals like myself are crazy. That's the first thing that they say is that you're crazy. That's not a normal response. The response should be that you should be trying to listen to what people are trying to say to you. But if you notice during this time that you're under, spirit ain't gonna let you listen to me. They don't even want me talking to you. And I'm not talking about good spirits either. I'm not talking about good spirits. I'm talking about bad spirits that want you to stay ignorant. And they have been trying to put, it's so weird. I need to drink me some tea. They have been trying to put this coating over my throat so that spirits cannot hear me when I call to them. It's so weird. So sometimes I think that a lot of the people that we see that are being contacted by demons, because we try to help people. I swear to God, is if I have tried to help you in the past few years and you just hate Jamila and you just don't like Jamila and Jamila, why are you doing this to me? Maybe you need to talk to your ancestors. Okay, maybe it's time for you to communicate with your ancestors. It's time for you to communicate with spirit. The reason why we're able to even see these demons is because we're mediums. Okay, that's why mediums can see demons, not just ghosts or spirits. They can also sense and pick up on demons. Okay. There's been one that has just been all over the place. That damn antitrust demon. That's why my throat has been messed up. I got to banish that damn thing off of the planet. It should not be here. This planet will die. It will die. And you know what? As a spiritualist that is not afraid to say this stuff, it actually irritates me. I'm irritated with the fact that nobody else is helping, with the fact that, well, I don't want to say nobody else is helping, but especially if you're the black sheep of the family, the reason why you're the black sheep is because you're actually the white sheep. You are the light sheep. You're supposed to educate them. They don't want to listen. And what they end up doing is they end up talking about you instead of listening. That's why God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. As you can see, during demon time, everybody and their mama want to talk about Jamila. But why is that really? Is it because Jamila is just a dirty hoe from Kansas City? Shit, I wish it was that simple. Sometimes I wish my life that would be simple. That would be the simplest explanation. Wouldn't it be nice? No, it wouldn't be. I'd rather it be this than that, because then I would feel like, you know, I feel like that's not good. Okay. And they don't want to listen. They'll go, oh, she's crazy. We're with the cool crowd. We're too cool for spirit. If you too cool for spirit, the spirit gonna keep knocking at your door. People can't stand that about me. You know what time it is. Okay. You know what time it is. That's all I know. Yeah. You gotta be careful. I've seen people completely get taken over by demons. I have seen it. When you know better, you do better. And I'm not going to take responsibility, guys. I swear to you, the only people that I have to be responsible for are clients right now. That's really the only people that spirits want me to even be concerned about, because they have to take priority. Why? Because what that means is that if you have money to speak to an authentic spiritualist, if you have the money to do that, that means that your ancestors and my people have said, okay, it is time. And a lot of people just don't take it seriously. They think, that they can just come and get their love spells and whatever spell that they want, and they can just walk away. But that's not the way that it is. Most people will hang on to their old life. Okay. You're not responsible for the people that didn't want to wake up. You don't have to bear their burden. You don't have to carry their burden. They were blessed with a message from spirit. They took it for granted. You move on to somebody that doesn't. We don't deal with people that don't appreciate spirit. So it's very difficult to come to a witch and have her do work for you and for it to just manifest without there needing to be some kind of change or growth facilitated into you. Hey, Miss L, how you doing today? So some of the stuff that spirit tells us, I know that we definitely don't want to hear it, but a lot of times spirits is really trying to prevent. They can see things coming up in the future, and then they can also see certain people having a butterfly effect on your life. And during demon time, people are really it's difficult for them to see it, especially men. Men have a really, really hard time seeing demon time, and that's because they're men. Hello? That's because they're men. That's why men, statistically, okay, according to the spiritualists, they end up having more problems than women because women are more open. You know, we there's already this mystery surrounding women out the gates. You're already a mystery. You know, the fact that you can bleed every month and not die, they are already wondering what kind of alien you are. Okay. They like, what is this? Yeah, that thing been messing with my throat. Good Lord. Mm-mm-mm. So, and my spirits will contact people with a warning. They'll try to say, hey, you know, don't do certain stuff. Don't say certain stuff. Please don't talk about your, please don't. I swear to God, is y'all. I swear to God, is my spirits will not stand for you not appreciating me. They have a serious problem with that, with people not appreciating. People that takes too much stuff for granted. It is a blessing when a spiritualist tries to call out your demon. That's a blessing, honey. So I've seen it kill people. I lost my aunt. My aunt Regina died during demon time. That lady ain't supposed to be gone, but she left us, you know? So, lesson learned, the constant death around you is a sign of that. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't care that I didn't receive anything from my grandmother because I received so much more. She was right by my side the whole time. She kept coming to me in my dreams. She was always there. My grandmother has been by my side since she died. This was probably, when did my grandma die? About 14 years ago? No. Yeah, about 13 years ago. And, I have seen people die after their soul was snatched. I've seen people die. That's why you got to be very careful about it and keep your eyes open. You do not, if something, hey, listen, if something is so irresistible to you that you can't stay away from it, but yet it's hurting you, that's a sign. I'm talking about hurting you in a lot of different areas of your mind, body, and spirit. You got to be able to bring yourself up out of that so that you can get that clarity. And so, yeah, I've noticed that even since I've been on YouTube, guys, I've noticed that the energies on YouTube can be shifted. And that's because YouTube is trying to do its own thing. Okay, YouTube has a mind of its own. There's a lot of different people on here with a lot of different ideas. There's a lot of different types of people. Okay, and spirits is really serious about the whole YouTube situation because spirits, my spirits, they want to take over YouTube. They don't like the way people are setting children up and literally creating evil for the world. So your freedom of speech, yeah, that's important, but when you have an intent to do something, spirit is going to know and they're going to try to prevent whatever it is that you're trying to do. And a lot of things that I've prevented from happening, people sometimes get upset when when I save somebody, when I help somebody, when I pull a soul in. It's very simple finding things in the etheric. The etheric and the astral to me are two different things, but I feel that you can access the etheric through the astral. But for me, I don't have time to dilly dally. So I know how to find people very quickly. I know how to locate wherever you're at. It's just something that I've had a lot of practice doing the past few years. And people swear by it. So that's why I know I ain't crazy. That's how that's because let me tell you something. The crazy part about it is is when you do a spell and it actually works. I think that people people are like, whoa, and it's definitely like that. That's how it feels. For me, I'm just used to it, but I know that I want to get back to that wonder because getting used to it and just kind of taking its spirit will go, whoa, wait a minute, you know, let's take you back to the time when you was with spirit. And so when it comes to your spirits, it really depends. For me personally, I have a lot of good spirits, but I also have spirits that can be considered to be bad because they won't allow you to access me with certain energies on you. Okay. So if you're able to text me or email me, you're good because you know what I'm saying? They filter that stuff out. Even if look, I've had clients that came in with really bad spirits. I've had clients that have started stuff with me. You know what? I can tell that it's demon time for some reason because I noticed that the kids will get a little bit more kind of either aggressive or animated when people start becoming more animated. My son has been super duper animated for the past 2 weeks. Yeah, he has been. And I've noticed it's not that big of a deal, but it really isn't because he's downstairs on the couch playing his game and he is just very aggressive when it comes. You can just tell, almost like when men are playing football or when they're watching football and they just get that spirit that and I y'all the only thing I like about football is the football jersey dresses. That's the only thing I like about it. Otherwise, I hate it when these men get to shouting. They're too loud. I just want them to be quiet. Men are way too loud. And also another thing that men are doing is that they are doing too much to women spiritually. Okay? If you are doing spiritual work on a woman and you're a man, Okay, I'm keeping it real with you because I know, yeah, because a lot of men are like, well, it's not fair. Why do we have to treat you girls like girls? Because you have to treat us girls like girls. You ain't supposed to be roughhousing us and talking all crazy to us and doing that stuff to us because we're women. We're supposed to be sensitive and vulnerable. We're not men. Okay. Even though women have been very strong, that's why my spirits are like, as soon as Jamila is not strong no more, that's when stuff is gonna kick into gear. And these weird auditorial sounds that you can hear from a distance. That's why I always tell Jacob to settle down. Because he just said, wow. Like, what the heck is that? Like, he'll just, y'all, it's weird. Watch this. It's about to rain too, y'all. So, Spirit, Oya done showed up. They all up there. Go look. You might even be able to see him. Oh, he's in his room. Jacob. Oh, he's reading a book. But are you okay, baby? No, I'm not. I can tell that you're angry about something. What's wrong? Okay, he told me to go away. He said, "Go away, Mom." Okay, I'm gonna leave him alone. I can just help him from a distance with whatever it is. Hecate helps. Okay, hey, Jamila. Question: my daughter's friend keeps getting knocks on her front door and back door, so she recorded it through the peephole. You can see it, but she's looked out the window and door. Is it any woodpeckers in the area, Leslie? Woodpeckers will do that, but they are a sign. Woodpeckers are a sign of something. It's individual to the person that they're, because it sounds like it could be a woodpecker. Now I know that woodpeckers normally they start to tear up the wood, um and they're not necessarily doing that, but it's definitely a sign from spirit. It means that somebody is trying to contact you. Hearing knocks and stuff can generally mean that there's a spirit that's trying to contact you. And if you don't have your third eye open, then you don't know what that spirit is. So I wouldn't necessarily let it in. What she should do is put some black salt underneath her front door and her back door. Um, for me, I'm crazy. I would have opened up the door and confronted it if I felt it was negative. So I usually go by my first instinct these days. I don't go by the second one, I go by the first one. But see, that's what I'm saying. There are people out there telling you not to open up your third eye. What? Can you imagine what you would be if you just closed your third eye? I don't even see how you would have the capability of even navigating yourself to walk down the street. You'd have to be somebody that literally sits there all day and just has people wait on you hand and foot. That's the only way that you would not have to open up your third eye. So people from that perspective, they don't know what they're talking about because they don't have to use their brain. They don't have to use their third eye. But many of us have to. It's very important. Nothing is there when she looks out the window. Okay. People always think I'm crazy, but everything I tell them something, it happens the same way it came out my mouth. Yeah. Well, without looking into the situation and actually channeling whatever is going on, I'm just guessing. That's all. But definitely something going on. Yeah. So I think that during demonic times, you have to be careful. Um, because the demon will make you paranoid. The demon will make you angry. The demon will make you upset. The demon will make you insecure. The demon will make you unsure. Can do a lot of things. And it's important to make sure that you are protecting your aura and that you are shielding yourself right now. Like for the past 3 months, everybody should have just had they head and they third eye covered. Covering your third eye, protecting your third eye is very different from when I say open your third eye. You're covering your third eye so that thoughts and perceptions are not going into yourself. I've sat here and listened to spirit all day before, and I can just see and pick up on the different spirits that are just going through people all the time. Some people don't know how to get rid of it. Some people hold on to it. Like I said, my spirits are a little harsh when it comes to people. She thinks it's a demon. Well, then you know what? It probably is. She better follow her instinct. But I would say, I would venture out to say that it's more so a spiritual sign of spirit trying to get in. They probably want her to open the door to spirit, because without your spirit, I mean, think about it. Sometime about 1,000 years ago, all of our souls were kind of like hijacked. Our ancestors were hijacked. So the reason why it's important to open the door to spirit is so you can get your spirits back. They did that so that you could be a perfect slave. You're free. It doesn't matter if they want to let you go, you're free. Seriously. So you don't have to continue to live like that. And people without their third eye open, they have no self-awareness. This is the reason why they can go out there and unconsciously do things, but then not actually be consciously aware of what they're doing and why they're doing it. This is called possession, is what it is. I think that just recently a 2-year-old was murdered by her own parents. Demon time. That demon is snatching souls. And some demons, a lot of people will say, oh, well, it was just time for that person to go and blah, blah, blah. It ain't never time for nobody to go if they were killed. Y'all need to quit thinking of it like that. If somebody was killed, that means that they were taken from this earth too soon. And it's time for us to really start helping people. My spirits have tried and they are still taking over the Centers for Disease Control, because disease means die, seize, die and seize. Okay? Very closely connected. So that means that the reason why you have a disease is because the entity has taken your spirit. Your spirit and your soul protects you from so much. That's why they took it. Hence people that sell their souls. I don't understand selling your soul. It's not necessary. I've actually spoken to Lucifer, Satan, the one that they call Beelzebub, and he's not interested in your soul. He's, in my opinion, from what he told me, now I don't know what his relationship with anybody else. I think that Satan is interested in evil souls. He was created by a God to punish the wicked. That's just one deity. Now, Satan does want to be revered as God. He does, but Satan doesn't disrespect women either. That's the funny part about it. That I look, I know a lot of people are like, I'm thumbsing down I can't believe she just said that. Well, you're on a spiritualist channel, and I keep it real because I could already sense it. Well, that's good. Yeah, you got to stand up to your family for your family like that, and you cannot be afraid of looking crazy. If I was afraid of looking crazy, I'd probably be dead by now. So some of y'all would rather be dead than risk being looking crazy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna choose looking crazy. But at least I'll be alive and I'll have the opportunity to move forward in life. So I think I'm gonna put on a frequency to kind of drown out his little, because that boy, I swear, and you know what? He's next time Jacob goes to sleep, I'm gonna do an egg cleanse on him. Next time he go to sleep, because he clearly got a spirit on him. Right now it's calm, but you can tell that something's going on. By the way, when your children are mediums, you have to be careful. Can't just be doing certain stuff when your children are mediums. Okay. Many people don't know. They think that kids are just being bad. And then they do what? They beat them, they spank them. And the kid is not just being bad, the kid is either partially under possession or has some kind of spirit that's around them. And you can tell. In fact, I may have to get off here in a few minutes and sage the whole house and just get rid of everything that's in here. And during demon time, sometimes you find yourself going through sage sticks so quick. And sometimes you can't even put the sage stick out. The sage stick just wants to burn. It just wants to keep burning because it's trying to get rid of a lot of stuff. And a lot of people's houses are overrun with demons and they are taking advantage of you, and you can tell because people are doing odd things, especially when you start attacking your spiritualist. You have lost it. You talking about vampires that drink blood? Yes. They're very rare, but they do exist. They mainly feed off of animal blood, though. But just because you eat animals doesn't mean that you're a vampire. And hold on, y'all, because I got to follow up. Yeah. And you know what? As a spiritualist, I tell you, sometimes it can feel like things are just, the world is just upside down. You're trying to warn people, you're trying to tell people. And literally, these entities, they will try to shut you down. They don't want you to tell people, because if you tell people and they can't get what they can't get over. When people know, and 9 times out of 10, if a demon is connected to your family, it really don't want to let go. Yeah, and it does. And the other people that are running around possessed, demonically possessed, doing crazy stuff, they are always constantly telling you that you crazy, or that you're lying, you know. Mm-hmm. I don't talk to certain religious people. I had one that tried to jump on a panel with me. And I immediately left. And he was perplexed. He said, "Why did she leave?" "Because you got that spirit on you. That's why you wanted to contact me. I don't want that spirit on me. That spirit is very, very oppressive." Yep. You feel like, and you know what? It's annoying, but guess what? That's actually been a part of my job, is to help people listen. So that's one of the reasons, because at first the campaign was don't listen to Jamila. For years, they were just blatantly, the demon would tell you through people, don't listen to Jamila. Nobody should ever listen to her. It was like, somebody, something like that happened. I'm gonna want to see what that person is saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna think that it's something that you're trying to hide, something that this person must be saying that must be very accurate that you're trying to hide. That's what I would think. I would say, well, let me go ahead and see what she's talking about, because clearly something is just not right here. And a lot of times they are distracting. They have taken so many children. They have taken children. They have been taking children the past 3 months. This has been like a harvest for these entities that feed off of children. And I'm going to tell you something, spirit will not rest until it's over, until they're done. I had somebody come to one of my channels. Their intuition is probably about 20% there, asking me for a wellness check on my kid. I said, "Honey, my kid is fine. The problem is all these other children out here unprotected with ignorant parents. That's who people need to be concerned about. Mine are always safe." Okay. In fact, today I'm gonna get some relaxing done when I'm done with this discussion. I'm gonna be catching up on some pregnancy vlogs from some of my people on YouTube. So I don't just, okay, for one thing, you can't give the demon that much attention. It wants you to be constantly focused on it, but you can't do that because there's things that demon is distracting you from. Yeah, I get mad too. If you're getting mad, Shireen, what that means is that your spirits are getting impatient. When you start getting angry that people won't listen to you, that means that spirit is getting ready to do something to make it happen. Because that means that that spirit is fed up with being ignored. And the spirit realm is not going to be ignored. If that's what people have been doing, they've been purposely pulling the wool over their eyes, almost like in the movie Poltergeist, when those people closed themselves off in a cave and died because they were following this Christian preacher. And he told them that the end of the world was coming. But then the end of the world, see, a lot of people, even when they look at movies, they're not listening. When Tangina made the mother use her spiritual gifts, she went right back to when Cain trapped all these people. They went willingly, but he told them that the end of the world was coming. Well, the end of the world never came. They were still alive and the world was still going on, but he would not let them leave. He trapped them there. You know, hey, Jacksonville. So, that it's, when you look at some of these movies, it definitely tells the story. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's just movie. The movies are messed her up." No, I'm using those as an example so that it can, because that's the only thing, because more than likely, even if you've had spiritual experiences, the people around you are not going to allow that experience to be accepted. Okay, Charleston Moore says, "How much does dark magic differ from magic? And what kind of tolls does it take on one who uses it?" So, dark magic that is necessary is just necessary. Dark magic is when, and it has many different meanings, but a lot of people consider dark magic to be when you are doing magic to harm a person, or but a lot of times dark magic has to be used to protect a person. So dark magic doesn't differ. There, in my opinion, it's just magic. Okay, whatever is necessary at that time is what spirit is going to do, especially during demon time, which is why you have to make the right decision to not get involved with demonic stuff. It's going to trickle down, it's going to have a domino effect. And a lot of times, as your spiritualist, I'll contact you and I'll go, hey, what the heck is going on? I'll let you know, hey, I don't know what it is that you think you're doing, but that's not the right thing for you to be doing. And yeah, spirit will give you warnings. So it's black magic is it's very necessary. Black magic represents, when you have to do dark magic on somebody, it represents the root chakra, because you are trying to survive something and you're being demonically attacked, and you have another person that is trying to stop you from defending yourself. Period. If you are trying to stop somebody from defending themselves and making people aware, then you might be on the wrong side. And I've seen people on the wrong side. And I've told them, I said, look, and I've told y'all, even during readings, look, your friends are going to lead you on a pathway to destruction and death. And guys, please understand that the only way that you're not going to be led to that by those evil people is if either you are on your P's and Q's or the people around you are on their P's and Q's. But most of the time, that ain't what y'all got going on. Most of the time. And you know what another thing people do is, you hear about people on the news getting killed or dying, and you'll be in a situation where it could happen to you, but you take it for granted. You don't understand that you tomorrow ain't promised to you. It's not, unless you're aware and you're making tomorrow promise to yourself. That could be the way that tomorrow could be promised to you. But when somebody warns you and says, hey, you've got some pretty certain people have really bad energy, you tell the truth and you shame the devil. Seriously. That's why when you telling the truth about somebody, they'll keep repeating it, they'll keep repeating it, they'll keep repeating it. And for me, as far as I'm concerned, only God has the last word. So a person can go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth in their ignorance. They're just ignorant. Okay. I'm not here for simple purposes. People tried to simplify why I was here. That's why I keep doing what I'm doing. That's why I've been the brunt of people's jokes, the laughing stock, but I'm still here, because who cares about what they think? They don't even think. They have absolutely no understanding of what is going on, which is why they're behaving that way in the first place. So, for me, I can get taken over by a negative spirit, and sometimes as an empath, we have to send stuff back. You don't have to absorb people's bad energy. Now on YouTube, what y'all have to be careful for is that some of these people are doing rituals on YouTube. Okay. YouTube represents what? Air. YouTube represents air. When you look at YouTube, what do you see? Red, air, and intent. So people that are speaking things on here, you got to be careful what you come on here and speak. You can't just go and speak things on people and expect to have a good result. And these are people, these are not spiritualists, but some of them are spiritualists, but these are people that are just running their mouth and not listening. You're not going to have a good result from that. Having sex is not a good result. That anybody can have sex at any time. That's not a sign that this situation ended good for you. It's not. Now, I do believe that whatever that was happening the past 3 months is gone. But I'm very careful with people because there's some people out there, they're just, wandering around, with spirits consistently taking over their body. And they'll come to spiritualists like myself and they'll say, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Uh, you're scamming people. Nobody believes you. And it's like, well, actually, there are a lot of people that believe me. So, people like that will try to get you to not believe in self. But we all know that Jamila don't do nothing but tell the truth about what I'm talking about when I give y'all the information about what's happening in spirit. So I don't lie because I've seen it so many times. And I have seen a group of people become violent, become sadistic. Let's take Kanika Jenkins, for example. How many people were freaked out during the Kanika Jenkins video? Because you could see the demons, you could sense the demons. You could sense them. So, and yeah, you know what? Bad spiritual energy can't kill you. I've seen people have heart attacks. I've seen people have strokes. And I'm here to tell you that a person with a good heart typically has a strong heart. So a lot of times when people because I could even sense that it was a human that was trying to work on my heart chakra. And I was like, why is this person doing that? Why? Why is this person doing that? It's my connection with Hecate and with spirit as to why I can see people's rituals live as they happen. Okay. So when it comes to people doing live rituals, and when I do live rituals, I'm just blatantly doing a live ritual. But obviously, when I come and talk, I'm just giving information. Some people are giving information and false information because they are doing a ritual to cloak somebody or to oppress somebody or to harm somebody. Now, doing that kind of dark stuff, absolutely, it will come back on you, especially when you're dealing with a practitioner. There is never going to be a day where a high priestess is going to allow you to take her or him down. They're just not going to ever do it. You might even be able to make that person a little under the weather, maybe give them a sore throat, but you can't take that person down. And you've seen people trying to take spin, and that's the dumbest thing ever. I ain't trying to call nobody dumb because people get insulted, but that's dumb. Why would you get involved with that? That makes no sense to me. After the same result over and over and over again, and you think that something's going to be different. You just got to start listening to the right people and stop listening to the people that lie to you, that purposely say trigger words and keywords to you so that your third eye shuts down. There are certain words that people can say to you to shut your third eye down, to shut your intuition down. So they've gotten good at it. They know about mind control. They know about demonic love work. And the next thing you know, you in a crazy situation that you don't know what's going on. And I've had buzzards. Good Lord. I lit some more candles on that work that I was doing. I took the video down because I got too emotional. But I'm doing this head clearing work, and all of, like, most of the flames on these tea lights are low, and that normally does not happen. And it's not, it could be the copal resin, but I doubt it very seriously. Copal resin don't do that. That's something else. I have people that get up every day and they try to do work on me every day instead of. Now, I tell you one thing about dark magic is, if you are somebody that gets up every day and you want to do black magic on somebody, you better use it carefully, because you got folks that don't know me, don't know anything about me. They get up every single day trying to attack me, which is a bad thing to do, because my spirits don't, they're very patient. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to scare nobody, but my spirits are very patient. They may not get you during that time, but they gonna get you eventually. It's gonna come back to you. And that is because, that, the reason why, okay, there is no such thing as negative karma until you start doing things to people. Then that's when you're negative karma. Even as a practitioner that has to cast black magic on people, I still have to clear myself of that negative karma. Is as unfair as it sounds. So that's why negative people have to, in particularly, be dealt with. People that's, always, somebody always talking negatively about me, and every time I see you talking negatively, you better be careful what you say. Be careful when you talking about people to other. I tell people this, I swear to God, people that contact you and all they want to do is talk about me, you better be careful. You may be able to do that with Sally Sue or Sue Ann, but you can't do that to Jamila, because as soon as you invoke my name, and not saying my name does not mean nothing, that it, because I noticed that people still want to talk about me, and not on YouTube. I'm talking about behind the scenes. They have changed different variations of my name when they're having these 12-hour conversations about me. Well, hun, that's not going to make a difference. You are still talking about me, and my spirits can hear you, and they're watching you. You are not going to be able to invoke my name without one of my spirits showing up. And that's with anybody. That ain't no Jesus thing. That ain't no God complex. So here's what I told people: stop talking about me. They can't. They do it all day, every day, and they are doing it with negative people. This is the reason why my spirits are going to cause negative things to happen to you, because they don't want you talking about me. Imagine a person that you care about a lot. Like, you care about this person. You would do anything to protect them. You don't want people hurting them. Imagine sitting in a room hearing people talk about them. Imagine what that spirit is going to end up doing. And I never forget when I first realized that I could see people's rituals and that I could also pick up on people talking about it. It was years ago. My older children were very young, and it was during demon time, so the whole family was attacking me. Luckily, I had my own place, and I always have had my own place. So I'm sitting there with the kids, and we're chilling. Yes, hello, Gate Gaia. Hello. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You know it. You know the deal. You know the deal. Covert demons, very covert, working through your parents or your mother. It was something that I was getting ready to say. I got kind of thrown off. I'll get it back. Oh, that's what I was telling y'all about. That's how I know this head work is working. They had been trying to make me forget. They've been trying to scramble me and shit. uh, So, and then I forgot again that quick. It's right there, though, it'll come back. So I was sitting there with the kids. This was years ago. I think Deja was like 5 or 6, maybe. Ty was probably about 8 years old. He's probably younger than that, actually. First 8 years, when you around people that, I'm telling you, when you think back about what people could have done, that could have, made life for everybody better, but people just accept whatever is given to them. I never forget, my mother kept telling me that I was being paranoid. I knew they were talking about me bad behind my back. I knew it. Like I had been knowing it for years. Oh, you're just paranoid. I was like, oh, okay. Narcs would rather make you think you're crazy. So one night, literally nothing is going on. And out of the blue, I start feeling this overwhelming feeling of sadness and sorrow. And intuitively, I knew that it was coming from family. So I call over to my grandmother's house and I hear them talking about me very angrily. You know why? Because spirits were messing with them, but instead of them doing what the hell they supposed to do, out of ignorance, what did they do? Because they always knew I was a medium. They blame it on the one that is born with the spiritual gifts. It's her fault. She bought all this stuff. I wasn't even practicing witchcraft back then. You don't have to be a practicing witch to be a witch. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know what? For some reason, they think that that's what they're supposed to do. They are being tricked. They are being tricked because eventually that demon is going to let them know who's really the contract is really for. You can tell that it's definitely demon time and that the church is being stalkers right now. Pretty sure by my thumbs down. Let me pull those up. The church is the churches are stalking witches, not the other way around. If a witch is stalking you, congratulations, you're lucky. But just normal, ordinary people, witches are not stalking you. First of all, I don't ambulance chase. I don't chase clients down. I don't do that. Now, I will contact you and I'll follow up with you, but I ain't out there, trying to create clients. All of my clients have already been created. So I'm not going to create problems for you so that you can come and get work done. That would be stupid. That would be, my spirits would not respect me or bring me any clients if I did that. I'm not going to create problems for people. Your problems were created by demons, entities, spirits, ignorance, and the church. So Jamila is not the cause of your problems. It's just time for you to wake up. It's time for you to open up your third eye. And getting upset with me just because I'm the messenger is just not gonna cut it, because you can see that they're not gonna stop. They're not going to stop until you start ascending. That's called, God is working on a lot of people. Because if you were in your higher self, then how easy would it be for those entities and demons to come in? It wouldn't be. They come into me through people that are close to me. Okay. Not necessarily the children, because, that protection jar is everything. I got all my kids' hair, not from their head. You got to protect your kids' heads. That's your job. So many people have been told that you're not supposed to protect them from anything, to let them live life. Well, yeah, of course. But you ain't supposed to try to, you can't protect them from spirit. They only can learn how to protect themselves and manage their spiritual gifts. Just denying it and ignoring it, what is it doing? It's making people sick. It's making people sick. It's making people, you know, just when I have a conversation with somebody, I really listen to what I'm saying. And 9 times out of 10, if I am threatening you, you have a demonic spirit on you that you need to get off of you. It's a demonic spirit, honey. I don't threaten clients. Of course, I banish the spirits off the clients. Y'all, so don't take that the wrong way. But if it's anybody else that isn't a client that is literally not listening to me, I have been saying the same thing over and over again for the past 5 or 6 years. Some people don't learn as quickly until they have to have a crazy situation that they are faced with. And then that is when, and a lot of times, you wouldn't even believe spirit will get your attention. They will pull you into the etheric realm, and and sometimes they'll pull you into a dark realm so that you can pay attention to your own mind. That's why a lot of times I will sit in the dark, turn the TV off too. You'd be surprised at what you can manifest. Okay. But you can't be afraid of the dark. Many people are afraid of the dark, but you got people that are afraid of the light. You got people that are afraid of the light. So, it just is what it is. I um, do feel that there's a lot of clients that are going to need cleanses and exorcisms. Okay. And the way I do those is I just line you up and clear your chakras, banish the spirit, you move on. There's some people that all they needed to do was do a cleanse on themselves or either get a cleanse, and they've been going through it for the past 3 months, 4 months, all year, being demonically attacked, you know? So comes a time when you just gonna have to face the music. I really do hope more people do, because there's certain energies that spirits need for people to be in. Because, yeah, there is a shift that's happening right now. And going up to this full moon, y'all, I ain't dealing with it. I ain't arguing with that demon. I ain't debating with that demon no more. The main demons that we're dealing with: demon of poverty, demon of patriarchy. Demon of poverty, demon of patriarchy. Then I can sense the demon of hate too. Those are the two main ones, which is why you're seeing the stuff that you're seeing men do. They're demonically possessed. They're not in their right minds. They're not. Okay. They have to deal with the name. A lot of somebody came to my channel. Was that today when somebody came in here talking about men, or was it yesterday? It they are not in the right place. They are being seduced by demons. They are making decisions that are going to harm them for the rest of this lifetime. And you definitely do not attack a spiritualist. Please stop doing that. I don't care who you have around you. It's best to talk to the spiritualist. Don't attack her. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just keeping it real. She's in your life for a reason. Don't take it for granted. Thank your spiritualist. Show them appreciation. If you are close friends with a spiritualist or in close proximity with a spiritualist, thank them. Bring them a pot, bring them something that you cook at home. You know, that for some reason we've got people that don't know how to act when it comes to spiritualists. You can't just be treating people like that. You can't treat you don't do that. That's you're being tested. There's been a lot of people that have been tested for the past 2 weeks, and trust me, about 70 to 80% of them failed because they ignored spirit and then purposely went after things that would keep you dumb and keep you sleep. And I personally think that spirits is forcing people. That's really what you resisting. You don't want to get that spiritual work done. You got light work to do. You got dark work to do. As long as you stay wrapped up in false situations, you're not doing anything real. What do you think is going to happen? So that's why people that are on some different stuff, for me, I chuck up my deuces to them. Look, we can't do that. No, I gotta go. I can't do it. And when I get to the point where I'm about to destroy the demon, don't nobody interrupt me. Please do not try to interfere with the spiritual work that I do. Please stop. Please stop trying to tell me what to say, what to do, what to think, because that's not your call and you are not my master. I have ascended masters. So you can't do that. Okay? People know that. That's why when certain situations was happening with me, those things were a learning curve. Those things were me being initiated. I had to have a crash course and learn how to survive quickly. Those are things that make you stronger. If you are dealing with situations that don't make you stronger, then 9 times out of 10, you need to close and shut down that portal and open up a brand new one. Because some of these portals lead to nowhere. If I see and envision a place where I am being taken to that is going to lead me to nowhere, I'm going to shut it down immediately. And I shut people down when I have made a discovery about what it is that you have a demon attached to you and what it's doing. And when I have told you that, and when you have continuously done that, and my spirits will not allow, they will not tolerate people talking negatively about me. Okay? They will not do it and they will not tolerate it. In fact, they've been interrupting people's streams, they've been shutting people down. So you gotta understand, because if it then and what they're this is what they're not gonna do. They're not gonna allow you to have a negative domino effect to the point where you distract me from somebody that I'm supposed to help. And the reason why I'm supposed to help that person is because it either is individually for that person or either someone around them important. They'll start shutting you down. That's why I don't bother people unless they bother me. I don't talk about people unless they talk about me. Otherwise, I have no reason. Every single day, I have something to do. I got something to do today, which is why I'm going to get out of here. I wanted to come and speak to y'all about that. Certain respect that you got to give to a spiritualist, you know, and you know what? I can live with people not respecting me. I can live with that. But what I can't live with is people going out of their way to let me know that they don't respect what I do, because I honestly don't give a care about if you agree with what I do, because I didn't ask you to agree. Okay. And especially when it comes to Christians, save your own soul. Go get your own soul. Your soul has been removed. And I had a Christian man. It's a Christian man out here. See, I ain't did work on him. He was stalking me yesterday. If you are a Christian person, please do not pray for me. My spirits will pick it up, and they do not. Your prayers are not what they want for me. If you're praying for me to, be healthy, if you're praying for, for me to be suppressed or oppressed in some kind of way, then I have a lot of female spirits that will attack you. You cannot do that. You can't represent the church and attack Tarot Queen Jamila. Okay. So that's not a false identity. That is a person that has been getting cultivated her whole life, and it has nothing to do with you. That's why you have to learn to sometimes mind your own business, because you know the saying, curiosity killed the cat. And you can't worry about other people. And Spirit will let you know at the end of the day, hey, you notice how you should have been worried about yourself instead of this other person? Or are you going to learn in the future to not worry about this person that doesn't want you in their business? That's the main thing that people hate. We don't like people. Nobody wants people in their business like that. It's not that they're hiding anything. It's just that, y'all know what I'm talking about. People that gossip, people that, those people are at the bottom. I'm just telling y'all, people that lie and gossip. Lies can create very disastrous negative effects, not just on the person that you're lying on, but they can also create. So when you think about it, if you're doing something wrong, and you already know you got that coming when you're wrong. If you're defending yourself, that's a totally different thing. That's why I don't mind being alone. First of all, I'm not going to listen to nobody's suggestion when that person is not in sync and is not in alignment. You can't tell me anything. I don't care if you have a penis or a vagina. You cannot tell somebody what to do when it comes to their spirits and how to handle the spirits that they're dealing with. Especially when you are doing the weirdest things on certain days of the week. Are you doing you just the complete, you not even, spirit is like, what is this person doing? And then it's been time for war. Literally, it's been war time for the past month or so. And then people are telling you to not speak out, not speak your piece. No, because you don't know what you're talking about, because your third eye is closed and you don't see what other people see. You don't see what's actually getting ready to happen and why it's important to fight back. Okay, so it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is, and you've got to respect it. You have to show respect for spirit. Spirit is the only reason why you here. Spirit is the reason why your body manifested on this earth. And for you to be disrespectful and callous, who's that going to hurt? When you think about it, when somebody is telling you something, when you have a prophet that's telling you something, you can either choose to listen to it or not. But if you ever go out there, I swear to God, is please don't ever do this either. Please don't go out there and accuse authentic spiritualists of being fakes, because then you'll become a false witness and then you can be persecuted through spirit. And nobody has to, like, people will say, "Oh, well, I don't believe you." Well, then, because a lot of people think that just because you don't believe in something means that it's I've had people that are literally living under a curse, laying up half dead, can't barely get out of bed, but then they'll say, "I don't believe in witchcraft." It's like, you don't believe in bad spirits and witchcraft, and you're in that position, but yet you called to a witch. You called to a witch, a male or a female witch. So you do believe. Okay. So very important for you guys to recognize. I've noticed that only a select few of you are, and the ones that are able, and I'm not talking about the ones of you that, because look, when you are dealing with demon night, you can only be on one side. You cannot be double-sided. You can't play both sides, because spirit can see you and they can recognize you. So you can't do that. You are literally choosing between two worlds during demon time. And you got to make the right decision. I have seen people that, and pretending for spirit, because spirit can see everything. So you can't hide anything from spirit. That's the whole problem and trouble with it. So during demon time, there are some people I've noticed that they pretty much, they're unbothered by it. But then you have people that will totally go under into a demonic psychosis, and they will threaten people. Okay. And trust me, I've had some bad demons run through here because people send their stuff. It's very difficult sometimes, but they won't come out of it. They will stay that way. That entity will continue to oppress you, and it will continue to lie to you. Okay. But some people like to hear pretty little lies. I don't like lies just because they pretty. I like the truth, because the truth will definitely set you free. As long as you believe in lies and deception, you are still chained to that demon, period. And because how it gets you is your mind. That's how it gets you. That's the reason why this work that I'm doing, literally all of the candles except for one, they're low flame, which is very weird. So it all starts and is happening in your mind. Everything that happens to your body, everything that happens to you all day long, and the way that it oppresses you, and you can tell, because today I've got to get to the store and stuff today and get some. So I got to go soon, y'all. But I got to get up to the store, get some stuff. So I'm gonna go. But what I want you guys to understand is that what it is doing is it is trying to block you from ascending. Of course, it wants you to. That's why it does. That's why it'll even go and whisper in people's ear, "Don't trust Jamila." Why are you telling people not to trust me? Why would somebody need to do that? So During demon time, either you've been on the side of love or hate, and many people have been on the side of hate. This was a horrible decision to be on the side of hate. Okay, many people are being destroyed by jealousy. That's why I don't get jealous. You can during demon time, people are trying to make you jealous of things that you what why would some what they want these demons so bad that they will try to conjure them. And some of them can't get in. Some of them have been blocked out. So many of them get destroyed just as soon as you begin to invoke them. This is one of the reasons why I'm going to pull back a whole lot, and just focus on the readings. So I'm going to be pulling back, focusing on the readings, focusing on the spells. I actually just ordered some candles today. So I'm going to be, um, working on some stuff. And so, because you have to realign yourself with your spiritual path. And if Jamila is a part of your spiritual path, you are just going to have to accept me. Okay? Because I'm just a part of some people's spiritual growth and spiritual path, and it can't be avoided. Now I gotta go because I've got some work that I gotta do on Pizza Hut. Because Pizza Hut just thought they could just take my money from me. These people still ain't refunded me. It's been like 2 days and Pizza Hut just took my money. We're gonna have to banish a demon off of Pizza Hut so I can get my money back because I'm kind of frugal. Okay. I'm kind of frugal. I could have $1,000 in the bank and I'll still want my money. So I got to go take care of that and take care of some clients. So, just a quick reminder, we are taking students for September. Now, when you become a student, you're only going to talk to me for a total of either 6 hours, 6 hours. I think all of my classes are 6 hours, 2 weeks, 6 hours, an hour per day, either 3 times a week or either 2 times a week, however, we can get it scheduled. But the classes are not just for me to tell you something, it's for you to actually connect with spirit. So there's a lot of work being done even outside of class. So you guys are more than welcome to contact me for your readings because I do have to screen you before I can accept you as a student. Uh, Probably about 99% of students are accepted. Some people are just not ready. If you've only had one cleanse, then you probably are not ready necessarily, but you're getting there. You got to have more than just one cleanse. One cleanse is going to basically, it's going to peel a lot of the layers of the onion back, but a lot of y'all just don't get what it is that you're dealing with here. And as you can see, it is the difference between life and death, because death can come for you at any time. So spirit is sending y'all signs and y'all not listening. You're just saying Jamila, Jamila, Jamila. But what is making you say Jamila is evil? Jamila is this, Jamila is that. That is because I am shedding light. I am bringing light to things, and um, I am illuminating the things that you have been ignoring. And mainly what I'm illuminating is your money and your happiness and the love. That's what I'm illuminating, the good things. But I'm also bringing light to the bad things that are in your life, things that cause habits and struggle. For example, there are many people, I sense them on YouTube. They get to freaking out because it's the end of the month. There's cycles that people are going through that they don't understand, that instead of just attacking people, you ever thought about breaking the cycle? Just saying. So dark magic is not always the best thing to do against somebody. It's not always the best thing to do. In fact, 99% of the time, people are throwing negative energy that they shouldn't be because they want to avoid the truth. Okay, that's mainly the reason why they do that. So I'm gonna go. It's been fun talking to y'all. I will see you guys later. Expect some readings to be floating up on the other channel a little bit later on. They'll start floating up because I got some things I gotta take care of, and I got some really important phone calls that I need to make. So I've got to go, you guys, okay? Y'all have a wonderful day. Love and light to all of you. And I'll see y'all next time, okay? All right, y'all. Love and